everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am here to share my completed pages from the months of May and June. So I've been able to complete a handful of pages and I like to share them with you. It's not very many, but I am excited to go ahead and film this because I was going to wait until July, but we're just going to do it now. So if you hear my fan, ignore that. It's in the background. It's very hot where I live right now, and if you hear my dog whining, he has an upset tummy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now these should be somewhat in order of which I completed them. I'm not entirely sure, but I know this was the only picture that I was able to color and complete in May, and this picture is going to be from Steampunk Darlings by Hannah Lynn. And of course I did a mermaid because it was Mermaid, and it was this picture here. And did I put the date? Yeah, I finished this May 12th, and this is how it turned out. I actually was inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest, and I will pop that up right here if I can find it. And I really liked the color scheme of that picture, but I didn't want to do my entire picture brown because, you know, under the sea it really is very colorful. And so I ended up going with this, but I knew I wanted it to be like a bronze color-ish for her tail, so that's what I ended up going with. And everything is almost pretty much based with alcohol marker, and then I went over with my Prismacolor pencils, and it's Neo Color 2 in the background. I used a heck of a lot of glossy accents, as you can see, for like their helmets and stuff. And then I did use a bunch of goldenrod color stickles, and I used some glitter gel pen for the border of the page. And yeah, I did put glossy accents on a lot of the bubbles as well. But that's pretty much how this picture turned out, and I really enjoyed every second of coloring this picture, as I usually do when I color Hannah Lynn. And yeah, I was really excited about how this turned out. And also I did use my I think I used my pearlescent paint for her hair and then went over with the Posca. So that is how this picture turned out, and I'm really happy about it. And I think this Hannah Lynn book is the book that I've colored the most pictures in. I could be wrong, but I think this is the one that I've done the most in. So now we can move on to the next picture. Next I have a page in the Black Women Coloring Book. This is by Coco Wayo, and I completed, and I did not mark it because I don't like to waste the tabs, and I just don't have time to sit and do that because it's boring. I finished this May 27th actually, so I did color another picture in May, and I finished this one. This was based with a lot of alcohol marker as well, because as you know, in these Amazon printed books, the paper is just really difficult to work with sometimes, and marker really helps. So I used a lot of alcohol marker base. I believe I used my Prismacolor, or I could have used my Holbeins. I don't remember exactly, if I'm honest, one of the two. And then in the background for the sky, I used my chalk pastels, and I used some stickles, especially like on her toenail polish and her fingernail polish. I thought it was so cute. And yeah, when I first looked at this picture, I just knew I wanted a yellow dress. I don't know why, but I just wanted a yellow dress. So that's what I went with. And y'all know I hate coloring grass and greenery and stuff, but actually coloring this, I did not mind with the alcohol base. It actually expedited the process, and I didn't, you know, get too frustrated with coloring the leaves and stuff. So that's interesting. And then I did leave her hair how they drew it. I didn't put anything in it. I just left it how it was, and I really just like how they looked. And the bike is based on my mom's bike. She has like a retro kind of vintage bike, and it's a light blue. It's not quite this blue, but I based this bike on that. And yeah, I really enjoyed coloring it and trying to make it look a little realistic. And I got stickles everywhere because I closed the book before it was wet by accident. So this is the end result of this picture. Really enjoyed it, and I'm happy to get more done in this book because I really do like the pictures in this book. Next up, I have a page, and I get this as the bunny girl or the rabbit girl. I'm not sure. I don't know how to read Korean or any other language for that matter, but yeah, that's what I get when this is translated. And I had seen this book like 7 or 8 years ago on Reading with Pugs, Jen's channel, and I love this book. And I don't know if I was too broke at the time to get it, or I couldn't find it, or you know, it had disappeared for a while. And then I was watching Wendy's Coloring a couple of weeks ago, and she had this book, and it reignited my love for this book and how I wanted it. So I just happened to take a stroll on Amazon, and there it was, y'all. So I bought it, and the first picture that I colored in this book was this one because I thought, how apropos, because it's summer where I live. and I just thought this was the most adorable picture. And so I did color this picture mostly with Neocolor 2s, and I don't think I cared about the picture on the back, but it did kind of wrinkle the page, but I don't care. But yeah, I used mostly Neocolor 2, and I did go in with some pencil to help darken some things. I used washi tape on this little bunny swimsuit because I thought it was so cute, and then I had colors that matched it. But for this page, I mostly just wanted primary colors like red, yellow, blue, white. White is not a primary, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I just wanted those colors, and I really enjoyed this page. I used a little bit of stickles here, and then I did use some glossy accents on his mask, as you can see, and I used a lot of glitter gel pen. And coloring these anchors took forever and 3 days, y'all. Like, I don't know why it took so long to sit and color these anchors, but it did. But I like the color scheme that I did of just the red and the silver, and I used gel pen, and I just think that it came out really cool. And hopefully you can catch the sparkly bits because the ocean has some gel pen in it as well. And yeah, this is how this came out, and I look forward to being able to color more pictures in this book because this book is so adorable and I love it to bits, and I'm happy to finally have it. So we can move on to the next book that I have to show. Here I have a picture in Fiercely Gorgeous. This book is by Evelyn Liza, and I finished this page, and I think I used marker base for this page. I did, and I'll pop up a picture of what it was looking like because this paper drinks up alcohol marker. It is Amazon paper. It's really rough, and yeah, it just drinks up the alcohol marker. So her skin was splotchy at first. I wasn't worried, but it kind of had me worried a little bit, and that was with Copics and Copics blend. So I was like, what is going on? But I went over everything with Holbein pencils, and that's what I finished coloring this picture with. I mostly chose this picture because I like her earrings, and I was just like, okay, I choose this one. I went with purple because I don't know why, but I really like the end result of this picture. And I have some glossy accents on her eyes and her lips, and some stickles a bit on her earring, and a little bit on her collar on her shirt. I closed the book again. My stickles got on this side, but it's okay when it was wet. And I used some pencil to kind of just draw an outline over it because that's what I said I decided to do in this book a couple years ago, was just I'm going to pick a solid color for the background, and then I'll just like choose a darker color of the color that I chose, and then just outline the character because I think it looks cool, and I'm not about all those busy fussy patterns and stuff. And yeah, this is the end result of this picture, and I said I used washi tape for her clothing. But yeah, I went with purple, and I did the same thing on, oh my gosh, this was when I decided I was going to start doing that look, and I think it works. So yeah, I really enjoyed every second of coloring this picture because y'all know I love to color skin, and yeah, it was really fun. And I actually want to color another page in here soon, but I'm trying to pick books that I'm not coloring in, which are a lot, but that's a different topic for a different day. We'll move on to the last book that I have to show you. Lastly, I have Sirens du Monde. I don't know, it's like Mermaids of the World or whatever by Diane Dufour, and I got this book in June as well with the Bunny Girl book, and those are my two recent purchases, and I just love this book. I had my eye on it for a while, and then I finally just decided to go ahead and buy it because I do love the pet book that she has too. I kind of want that one too, the Furballs book. But anyway, I decided on coloring this page, and this is my first page to get done because I actually have this one marked and I have this one marked. This was going to be the one, but this one went out. But anyway, I used Neocolor 2 on this page. Oh no, I'm lying, I used Inktense. I'm sorry, I used Inktense on this page, but I did use Neocolor 2 in the background because it just blends a little better and a little smoother than my Inktense would have. But yeah, this is all Inktense. The only time I used pencil was I used pencil on her skin, and I did use pencil to kind of get the tail to look a bit more how I wanted as far as the different tones go. But yeah, this was fun with my Inktense, and I did use a lot of Posca for the smoke puffs and like her little boa, feather boa, or whatever you call this thing, I don't know. And I used a crap ton of stickles because why not? And this book is one-sided and you can do it and not feel bad. So I really like how I did her nail polish with the stickles and everything in her, like her little hair curler. So this was fun to do. And I was inspired to use my ink tints in this book by watching Colors channel. She has this book and use water media in it, and it just seemed like it took it well, and it did. So I'm excited to go ahead and color more in this book. And I did start with alcohol marker, but my alcohol marker ran out. So because I really wanted my octopus to be like a light pink kind of color, peachy kind of color, but yeah, my marker ran out, so I had to pivot. And so this is what I ended up doing. So that is all the pictures that I had to show y'all. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.